Bonjour, Yvonne.
Hi, Yvonne. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about what PBBT can do for clients. What does it bring to clients?
Okay, well, what it brings to clients is what it brings to clinicians and their ability to help clients in really significant ways become unstuck from the identity trap that they're in. I'm a bad person, I'm broken, or whatever that is. And then to free their actions to be part of a new identity, or a happier or healthier identity. And PBBT, I think, gives that to clients by giving it to clinicians, by giving clinicians an analytic lens and a toolkit that's based on that analytical lens that allows them to see what the client is really struggling with in terms of their own identity and how their behaviors tied into that identity, and allows clinicians to see those problems, open up those spaces, and essentially set that person free to be who it is they want to be. So of course it acts indirectly on clients. It acts indirectly on clients from right across the spectrum. There's no reason right now for us to believe that we couldn't train clinicians to be analytic and focused and effective using PBBT with clients right across the board. But it's because it gives them the analysis to see behavior in a certain way, to see where behavior is at, and to see where behavior should be at, or the client wants the behavior to be at. And we give clinicians the analytic lens and the tools based on that lens to change clients in very fundamental ways.
Yeah. Of course, a common criticism of behavioral therapy, cognitive therapy, and to some extent of ACT as well is it kind of works on the surface. It doesn't go quite deep enough, and people tend to come back after a while. And, having practiced ACT for many years, I've also seen this with ACT. They do a little bit, they go some way, but then they come back. Does PBBT address that in any way?
I can honestly say, in my experience in training and in developing and delivering PBBT to my own clients and the clients of the people I supervise, that is not an issue with PBBT. PBBT, in fact, I think does the opposite. I think you can open up a client's verbal system with a surface level therapy, but I don't think you can deconstruct that system. And I don't think you can then build a new system knowing that those old functions, they are out of the system. That old identity has been rebuilt. So I think, exactly like you said, many good therapies, they open up the system at the top level. But because PBBT gets to the very roots of the identity that your history produced for you and the actions that have cemented that, it has the capability to dig really deep into that identity. And so conceptually, I couldn't see why that would be a problem for PBBT. And in my experience, that is actually what I think PBBT is essentially very good at, that second leg, deconstructing that system and not tinkering at the top level. You wouldn't need PBBT to do that.
So potentially for clients, it could be their last course of therapy, right?
Yeah, we tend to see a lot of clients, of course, have had therapy before, and many clients have worked hard and they've done their best and they come in and the system is open, but the old system is still hanging around their necks, weighing them down. Our job is to get that weight off you and then find a new way of being, put that weight somewhere else and stop it stopping you growing and moving forward. So it is essentially the hard second leg, but it can open up a system. But I think it's the best therapy that I know of, that when the system is open, it really does hit the ground running in there.
And then they can finally be who they truly are, I guess.
That's my experience. That's what PBBT is designed to do. It doesn't stop by deconstructing the system. It does it to set you free to be whoever you want to be within the constraints of your context. So it really does do the second leg of the journey in a way I don't think, in my experience, anything else does. That's the point, to set you free.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that.